There is a insane new video of Rudy Giuliani. We talked about Rudy Giuliani earlier in the week and just like, do we feel bad for him? Do we not? A lot of his current problems are really of his own doing, choosing to get involved with Trump and choosing to defend Trump and choosing to fly around the country, filing these bogus complaints and holding bogus hearings related to the 2020 election. And Rudy Giuliani is potentially in a bunch of trouble now. He still appears to be sort of maintaining his loyalty to Trump, at least for now, even though from most reports we've seen, Trump has more or less abandoned Rudy Giuliani. And the latest is that Rudy Giuliani claims to have evidence related to Hillary Clinton in either his bedroom or his den. Now, a den, we could talk about, is a den a living room, but maybe without a television, or how do we define den? Doesn't really matter. Rudy says on Newsmax he has evidence in his bedroom, and then he says, actually, it's in my den. And everything about this is really weird because it is essentially a confession from Rudy Giuliani, which I will explain. HuffPost reports, Rudy Giuliani reveals location of secret evidence stash. The former New York City mayor makes a weird confession on live TV. Giuliani declared Tuesday he has a stash of secret evidence against former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and it's in his bedroom. And then he says, actually, it's in my den. This was an interview on the right-wing Newsmax network. He says he has 1,000 pieces of evidence that no one has seen. And of course, as you might remember, Rudy Giuliani's home and Rudy Giuliani's office were raided. And so if there is, quote, evidence there, it raises the question as to, did he legally hold that back or hide it in some way? Here is Rudy on Newsmax explaining to us exactly where the evidence is.
Well, how do you think Trump knew about it back then? I can't tell you exactly how, but I know how he knew about it back then. There's a lot more to come out. This is not, I mean, they may feel that it's gobbledygook, but it's gobbledygook supported by about 1,000 pieces of evidence, none of which have been revealed yet.
Wow.
I happen to have it in my bedroom, or my den, actually. I've had it there for years, as well as the fraudulent election. Both.
So there's a bunch of different things here, and it all is the continued self-inflicted damage being done by Rudy Giuliani. First question, did he break the law by withholding this supposed evidence? Like, this is if the evidence exists, right? And I know you guys all, the first thing is this even in the universe of truth? If it is, did Rudy Giuliani break the law by withholding this supposed evidence? That's question number one. Second question, is he willing to present this supposed evidence in court while under oath? Because all of these guys and gals for years claim to have all of this evidence here, there, the other place. It's always imminently going to be released, and this will be Hillary Clinton's undoing, or this will be Joe Biden's undoing, or this will be the vindication of Trump. We've got the evidence. And then it never actually gets released or presented or introduced in any kind of serious way under oath in a court of law or submitted as an exhibit. And it's very common for these right-wingers to claim they have evidence and that it's just about to come out, and then we never see it. And look at what happened with the 2020 election. They've been claiming on the 2020 election that they have evidence that's going to just blow the socks off of this election. It'll flip Arizona. It'll flip Michigan. It'll flip Georgia. It's mind-blowing what they have. They've been claiming it for 15 months, and it never does. And if they have it, they've also not included it in any of the court filings related to the 2020 election, all of which are found to be without merit. And it's very similar with other liars and grifters. Mike Lindell, the CEO of MyPillow, he has mountains of evidence. He has cyber evidence. He has forensic evidence, voting machine, all of this different stuff. And nobody has seen it. Nobody has seen it. So then you have to step back and think about the political. Donald Trump has been running against Hillary Clinton since 2015. And he continues to run against her, even though he's not running for anything and she's not running for anything. He continues the Hillary Clinton stuff. Do any of us believe that if Rudy Giuliani had 1,000 pieces of evidence against Hillary Clinton, it wouldn't have come out when Trump was actually running against her? Come on, guys. It doesn't make any sense. And this stuff plays really well on the conservative news channels, but obviously they would have used the evidence if they had it at any time during the 2016 campaign, during the 2020 campaign, recently. The goal right now is distraction and distortion. Things are not looking good for Giuliani. It hasn't been a particularly good week to 2 weeks for Donald Trump, what with the flushing documents down the toilet and all of these other different things. And it is obfuscation, distraction, distortion. Look at this shiny thing I claim exists, but there's no evidence it actually does. If you believe that Rudy genuinely has evidence about anything, honestly, at this point, find me on Twitter at dpacman and let me know what you think he has, but more importantly, why he has not yet released it. I look forward to hearing from you. I am someone who loves documentaries. I would imagine many of you love them as well. You've got to check out our sponsor, Curiosity Stream. It's the only streaming platform dedicated to documentaries. I'm always noticing Curiosity Stream has the best selection of documentaries, better than Netflix or any other platform. And the best part is it's only $15 a year when you click the link below and use the code PACMAN, which is an amazing deal. It's nearly endless documentary content. And whether you want to tune out and watch something relaxing, dive into something really thought-provoking, Curiosity Stream has both and everything in between. I just got done watching Pompeii, which is unbelievable. I visited Pompeii when I was in Italy, and the documentary filled in so much fascinating history about it and the people who lived there. Curiosity Stream is giving my audience 25% off a subscription. That comes out to $14.99 a year. Go to curiositystream.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.